William Hunt Savile Row, the perfect gentleman's playground in London, Manchester, Glasgow and Harrogate. How to play the Trilby Tour? Rule number 12. If you're lucky enough to live adjacent to a course hosting a Trilby Tour event, well, we can only apologise. Same glorious course, but with a shiny new name, as the former KP club is given its full title of Kilnwick Percy, one of the longest standing hosts of the Trilby Tour and a firm favourite with the players. Kilnwick Percy is located atop the Yorkshire Wolds, so where better to decide who becomes Champion of Yorkshire? In this show, we'll feature the best play of the day, our 4-man 3-hole playoff, and we'll have our usual fiesta of terrible golf in Rogues Gallery. Right now, here's our commentator, Rob Lee.
Thanks, Mac. Yes, it's a gorgeous day at Kilnwick Percy. Lovely golf course this, right on the edge of the Yorkshire Wolds. And it's par 70, just a hint under 6,200 yards, but a firm, popular favourite amongst the Trilby Tourians. Here's William.
Aaron, you're out nice and early for once.
Yeah, no, I spoke to Toby and...
Yeah. Normally we see you at the end of... I mean, you're a great player, so as we know, we get the better players go out later in the day, more experienced guys. And you always go out sort of, later in the day. Today's an early start. What's the change?
I thought weather's a bit warm, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I haven't been playing great anyway.
Okay.
So it was nice. Toby said, "Oh, I've got a tee time. Let's go out and play."
So you want to try something different?
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you think that's going to make a difference?
I'd like to hope so. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the greens should be a little bit softer.
Yeah, you're going to be fresh, aren't they?
Fresh, obviously, freshly cut. So,
yeah.
And obviously, it's only going to get warmer today, so hopefully we'll be all right.
So give us a prediction of your new starting time.
I'd like to have 36 points. Is my aim.
Yeah.
Anything better is perfect.
It's a bonus.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens.
Aaron Studdart, he's a champion of Trilby Tours now, 23 years of age, getting older before our eyes, as is William. Smash the 4 handicapper down the first, and it is a hair left. But all right, rough isn't too demanding this week.
Stuart, 7th time out, what's been your best achievement so far?
My best achievement was in the rain at Kirby Moorside 2 years ago, 31 points.
That's a good knock round there, actually, because that's a tight course, and that was rough conditions.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I spent 4 hours waiting for the see if I made the top 10 and then got knocked out. So.
Oh.
But it was a good day.
So you're just hanging onto that scoreboard with
Yeah,
your grubby
just
little fingernails,
sliding
down like the noise like a blackboard. Just
That's it.
How would that have been? What would it meant for you to have got through?
Well,
it was tight.
every year, come back and try. And
Yeah.
It's something to look forward to all year round, to come back and play.
How was your game at the moment?
It's brilliant, yeah. Been playing really well.
Oh, good man. Can you bring that form into today?
Well, it's difficult. It's 3/4 handicap.
Yeah.
I've only played around here once. It's just committing to the shots. That's what you've got to do.
Good man.
Watertown Park Golf Club in Wakefield, that's where Stuart Nice is from. Right, driver, full tilt. That's got left written all over it. Let's have a look. Well, it's left of somewhere. Somehow found its way into the other side.
Carl, great to see you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Good man, good man. Where have you been?
I retired in 2016.
What, from golf?
No, retired in 2016. I've been working a little bit in Europe for a couple of years, and I'm currently back in Hull. Where
And
I'm
the Trilby
working.
Tour dragged you back into its
The
fold.
Trilby Tours brought me back here.
And your 9th day out on the Trilby Tour.
Yeah, my 9th day.
Can it be 9th time lucky? Man, you've done okay, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done all right. I think I've qualified 6 times for the final.
Yeah.
I've done the one top 4 on my very first one in 2007.
That's good experience. So can you make that experience help today? Can you get
We'll
to that
see.
top 4 today?
I've always tried to be confident every time I've played, and sometimes it's worked, and sometimes it hasn't.
You've always played with a smile on your face on the
Yep.
Trilby Tour.
Always.
And you've always looked like you're going to achieve something.
Yeah.
I think today might be the one, because you've had a little break. Sometimes you have a little break and you can come back, can't you? And sort of with a fresh
I'm
mindset.
hoping so today. New caddy,
Yeah.
and we're away. We're up for it.
Tee it high, let it fly. That's the Thorn method of success. Here he goes, the driver. Oh, some experience behind that tee, giving that one the big clap. I have no idea why. Well, it's all right. They must have known that was going to run through that bunker. It's fine. Carl Thorn, yes, we know you mean business.
Chanel, we saw you last year at Trent Lock. How did you get on?
Rubbish, missed by one, 33 I think
It's not
it was.
rubbish, is it?
So,
It's not, missing by one's not rubbish.
well,
Frustrating, agonising,
frustrating,
and painful.
yeah. Blame McCaddy.
No, you're a
my
good
son,
player.
so-
6 handicap.
Yeah, not too bad. Struggling. I've had a bit of knee surgery 10, 11 weeks ago. So
ouch.
it's a bit challenging at the moment, but it's all right.
Are we on
It's
the
all
road
right.
to recovery?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Can
we're getting there.
Can the adrenaline carry you through today?
Oh, it's just a real knee knocker at the minute, I'm afraid.
So, how was your experience at Trent Lock then?
Loved
So-
it.
yeah.
Really enjoyed it. We obviously the finals at our home club as well. So
Yeah.
Harry and I came and watched it round the at Hull Golf Club.
It works there, doesn't it?
It works really
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Aaron and the boys do a great job there
Oh,
as
they-
well
oh,
as
they could, yeah.
as well as what you guys do as well. So
Now this
yeah,
course
spot
here
on.
today. This course here today. What about it?
Interesting. Some
Yeah.
very interesting pin positions.
Yeah. The greens are savage.
They're nice. I like them with a bit of pace.
Well, these have got
And,
pace. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Super.
It's like the old football adage, you better be good with a pair of shoes that colour. Oh, it's a nice swing. Chanel Mukherjee, Hull Golf Club's finest. Oh, that is fired down there. A long way too. Could just about hear the members at Hull Golf Club cheering all the way across the walls.
James, killer, Vos.
That's never going away, is it?
It's
that?
not going away. You are the man that set the benchmark for all to follow.
Okay.
People have come along and tried. I think Rocky's just edged you out
Yeah,
there now. But surely you want that title back.
Oh yeah, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a long time ago I was on the bench.
Well,
Is that
responsibilities
right?
like children and things
Well,
like
life,
that.
yeah.
Life, jobs, and
Damn
moving
it.
around the world.
Yeah,
But you are the killer, and you can put the hex on people. So will we get that
Hopefully.
back? Are we going to get that strength?
That's the plan today. I'm
Yeah.
playing okay. I'm quite pleased with my game at the moment. So
Yeah.
although it's pretty tough out there,
Yeah.
it's quite firm. Greens are running pretty quickly.
Greens
I've
are
been told.
beautiful.
So very true, but very
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
So I might need to approach it a little bit like a links today.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Are you going to get that top 4?
Of course, that's why I'm here.
Confidence from James Vos. If there was a Trilby Tour Hall of Fame, he would be in it. That's a firm swing, isn't it, from the 6 handicapper? Missed everything that's dangerous? Maybe not. We'll see. Slightly perplexed. Out onto the golf course then to the 3rd hole. Let's catch up with young Aaron Studdart, although not so young now. He's 23. Positively ancient. 3rd's par 3. Very short hole, 123. Stay there. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Stuart Neese. 2 par 5s on the front 9, the 4th and the 5th. Then the 6th is a par 3, which is a shade under 200 yards. So that's missed the target, but not an easy hole. Down the next, it's the 7th, and Mukherjee. Harry on the bag. Watching a lot of these today. And that's skirting the first bunker. Front right, if it just hangs on there, is fine. So remaining competitive is Chanel. Come on, Harry, keep up. Here's a local, Sam Clayton. Plays at the Oaks Golf Club, that's in York. So the 9th is 173 yards. It's the 3rd par 3 of the front 9. Is out of bounds there. Easy. Oh, it's okay. Just stayed the right side of the white line. Studdart, the putt at 3. Back up the hill. Good try, wasn't it? Very good try. No birdie. Nice. Bunkered. We saw that at the 6th hole. A little too much sand, I fancy. We knew it was quick. Mukherjee's short game is coming under scrutiny here. Little backswing and a stab forward, and the green speeds are up today at Kilnwick. Look at this. Look at this. What a touch. 19 points for the first 8 holes. That's excellent. That's way ahead of the groove. Now trying to get a par here from where he was, nearly out of bounds, would be extraordinary. Oh, what about a 2? Nearly turned it into a birdie. And again, trickle, trickle, trickle. Never really comes to rest where you want it to. Thorn's approach to the 7th. He's got a bit of low chase and run about it. Not sure he quite got the bottom of the blade to the bottom of the ball. Studdart. Don't tell me. Nearly made a 2. Oh, thankfully, tapped that in for a par. So Aaron looking pretty composed. Used to playing Trilby Tours, that's the whole point. Get used to the pressure. Putts gliding by all over the place. Thorn chipping and putting. Hopefully Trilby for a par at the 7th. On the front, let it release down. He's trying to hang on. He's laughing because you've got to have a lot of skill around these greens to chip it absolutely stone dead. Now, Claim was way left. Very good pitch to here. This would be a remarkable par, of which it is. 35 points. He got off to a racing start. Let it slide slightly, but at this point, he's leading in the clubhouse. Oh, a lefty. Matt Jackson, left-hander. Pontefract District Golf Club. Sounds like a brass band, but it's very well done. A little bit of breeze out there. It depends. It's pockets of wind. Thorne's got a bit of wind. Particularly after that effort, a lot of wind. Indigestion, bloating. Mukherjee, 12 points, 7 holes. Room for improvement. 386 yards, the 8th hole. It's not a long one. And that's not a long birdie putt. Very nicely done. Jackson second. 6 points in the first 2 holes. That's 2 birdies, the equivalent of... This is for 3. Still a very good start. 8 points, 3 holes played. Back to Thorne's putt at the 7th. Oh, it's really well done. And another man in with 35 points, Carl Thorne, hanging on to tip. It's going to be his lucky day. Matt's attempt at the par 5 5th, which for these players is a short one, 460 yards. So this is a real birdie opportunity. That's there in 2. He can chip and putt that one for a birdie, a gross birdie, by the way. James Vose. It was a brave shot to go for that pin because a bit of a sucker flag. So Vose has a bit of an upslope for his chip shot. Jackson, meanwhile, left-handed, down in 2 for the birdie. And he is flying, Matt Jackson. He's going really well. It'll be a question of can he hang on. Studdart, still level par with the grey 10 against his name for 5 holes. That's 2 points a hole. Steady, steady, steady. And he's finding a lot of greens. Not especially close this time, but maybe you knock in a 35 footy when you're not expecting it. That's good. Mukherjee's 3rd. The birdie attempt at the 8th. Chenille, come on. Hit. Well, Jackson greenside in 2. Chip to here. Birdie putt. Oh, what an opportunity. And they all seem to let it slip at the end. 35 points. Also tied at the top. Matt Jackson. Gets tricky. The back 9. Killick. This is a little upslope we talked about for James Vose. He's done it all before. He made it look easy. Because for him it was easy. Trilby Tour World Champion. Former of these parts. Start up. Level so far. Birdie putt across the green. 35 feet. Cautious one. Very cautious. But it was a very good day. Out early and posted the early 38 points. That's a pretty heady target for the players out there to get to. Here's William.
John, they're all aiming for you today. You're the target.
I've not thought of it in that way at all, but I guess so.
Well,
defending champion.
Champion.
I've heard that there's been somebody defending already this year, so I'm looking to be the second one.
Now Ben Rosenbrook has got to be one of your most fierce rival, really, hasn't it? And he wants to beat you today.
Absolutely, he always wants to beat me. We have a great rivalry at the minute, great friend of mine, so really looking forward to playing with him today as well.
Great friends off the course and deadly rivals on it.
Absolutely deadly rivals on it, I always want to beat each other up on the course,
You were heavily fancied last year in the final. Didn't quite come off, did it?
No, not quite.
No. What are you going to do to put that right?
I've got to qualify first, obviously, so I've got to get through that part and then see how we go back at the home club. Maybe put a bit too much pressure on my own shoulders last year, so this year relax a bit more, but get there first.
Are you going to defend today?
That's the plan. That is the plan.
Nobody comes to the Trilby Tour to relax. It's high tension from the very first tee. John Samuel, swinging like a scratch golfer. Well, we can see it, and if you can see it on the Trilby Tour, it can't be that bad.
During the break, please think very carefully about Andrew Green's tee shot on the 17th and see if you can work out what happened next. William Hunt Savile Row, the perfect gentleman's playground in London, Manchester, Glasgow and Harrogate. before the break, we asked you what you thought might have happened to this tee shot by Andrew Green. Well, quite obviously, it's on top of the electricity pylon crossing the fairway. Simple, that one. Now, back to Rob.
Yes, Kilnwick Percy Golf Club, welcome back. It's the Trilby Championship of Yorkshire. Everybody's out on the golf course now. Aaron Studdart has 38 points in the bag. That is the score that everybody's got to try and get to. Remember, only 4 players make it through to the playoff. Tee shot at the 9th, the par 3. John Samuel. Well, he's launched this into the sky. Oh, now you see it, now you don't. You see a lot of blue sky. And that's where it's landed. It's landed very close to the cameraman, and it's got under a buggy. There. Well, the driver of the buggy is going to have to move that, or it's a free drop if they can't find the key. You'd have to go to Lincolnshire Golf Club if you want to find Stuart Dawson with his time off, but he's here in Yorkshire playing for the Trilby Tour Championship of the county. Dawson, he's a 9 handicapper. That's very good. Haven't seen too many closer than that. Green tends to tip away, and James Vose halfway through the front 9, all quietly at the minute. Level par, 5th hole. It is that par 5, the second of them. Bounces straight. Oh, it's bounced the bunker. Now it's in perfect shape. Little chip across the green for an eagle for the Vose. Samuel's reply at 9 after a missed target. Tends to run away and curl a lot. That's pretty good. Dawson's birdie putt at the 6th. 10 points so far through the first 5 holes. A handful played. All square. That's timid. The par save for 15 points. Moving to 17 points. That was for the par. It didn't happen. In fact, it didn't happen over all 18 holes for the defending champion of Yorkshire. It's a DNQ for Johnny. Not this time. Ombersley Golf Club's Ian Hinley. This is his tee shot at the 9th. That's left. A lot of people going left here today. There's out of bounds down there. Beyond that hedge. It's all right. It's okay. Safe enough. Adrian Sewell playing off of 10 on the 10th. 16 points. That's retrievable. Oh, where's this going? It's 373. That's, with relish. Settle. If the short game's good, that won't worry him. If it's iffy, might produce a problem or two. Vose, eagle chip. Hitting the right shot, you see. Shot selection, excellent. A low chip and run. And tidy, very tidy. It's going to be a certain birdie for Vose. Back to Hinley, who's putting from way off the green. Obviously not confident with a wedge, but a bad wedge would have gone closer than that. So back up towards the green, towards the hole. Came off the club face very dead. Back into the breeze. That didn't work. Dawson's par putt at the 6th. How did that go in? There's a lot of upper body movement, but somehow it's 35 points. Stuart Dawson currently playing off. There's definitely pockets of wind around this golf course. Oh, that's unfortunate. First putt was from 25 yards off the green. That's 4.5 feet past Sewell for the par 4 at the 10th. Left it short on the jaws. 35 points. Oh, how he wished he'd have hit that harder. He's in the waiting room. Meanwhile, it's Hinley's 4th shot at the par 3. Go on. Yeah, well done. Well done. 36 points. Sterling effort from the 18 handicapper. Here's William having a chat with a very pleasant pheasant.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here on it's such a hot day. We decided to have a little rest and sit down, didn't we? It is burning here. It's even hotter than last year, really, isn't it? Burning up here at the KP. I'm here with Ash Pheasant on the 1st, and we're going to go through the 3 playoff holes, which are the 1st, 2nd, and 18th. And this first hole's no gimme, is it?
No gimme. Downhill, playing fast today.
Yeah.
Fairways are running like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid the 2 bunkers, and then the second shot downhill to a green facing away from you.
It's hard to stop it. How are they going to stop it?
Pinpoint, you've got to land it 40 yards short.
It's a tough hole to start with, isn't it?
Strong par 4.
It's a tough hole because everything is throwing you past the hole, isn't it? You know, you've got to know the course, haven't you?
And the pin's at the back of the green today, so if you do go slightly long, you've got a tough chip back towards the flag.
Or it's helpful if you if you can get it right, isn't it?
Yeah, depending where your second shot finishes, really.
So, if we go, I mean, if the boys did that, it's a par 4, and it's you know, if you play it well, it's okay. But the second hole is a real killer, isn't it? The second hole is surrounded by danger.
It is. Second hole, tee shot just short of the water. That'll leave a mid-iron in.
As we saw last year, it broke some people, didn't it?
It did break some people,
but
and some wonder
made
putts.
We had a chip in and 2 wonder putts, didn't we?
2 wonder putts.
Yeah. And so talk us through that hole. Why is it so dangerous?
There's water from the tee which you have to avoid.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly long shot to have a clear second shot into the green.
Water down the left.
Water straight. So lay up short of the water and mid iron into the green. Again, what slopes away from you. Bunker left, and with how fast and runny it is today, it'll be accuracy is key.
You say mid iron into the green. You know, they're tired. These guys. They've done their 18 holes, waiting around. The lactic acid has sort of start to ache, you know, to cause their muscles to ache a little bit, and the nerves have built because they're waiting. Mid-irons are not that easy to start knocking at that time of night, are they?
They're not, no. Possibly a long iron off the tee, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, so that's all well and good. First hole, we got that one. Second hole, tough hole. The third hole, the 18th, that's a tough one. Uphill all the way.
Strong hole, strong par 4, uphill.
Yeah.
A good drive again.
Blind drive?
Fairly blind drive.
Yeah.
Good drive today will leave mid to long iron into the green.
Yeah.
The pin is in a fantastic position.
Yes.
Just
That's not a fantastic, cruel position.
So once the second shot's done, hopefully somewhere near the green, we'll be able to see some fun around conclusion.
Well, if they go past the hole, we've got
go
trouble,
past the hole, it could be quite funny watching them put back down. Yeah.
The pin positions today have been chosen by
our head greenkeeper, Keith Callender.
I guess he was in a bad mood, was he, when he chose them?
There's a couple of interesting ones out there, but all legal. It's just skill to the golfers today to master them.
Back to you, Rob, in the studio.
Studio, if you saw it, you'd be very disappointed. Nice. And Stuart bunkered, I think. Mukherjee heading towards the back 9. This is the 9th. That par 3 that people have had a lot of trouble with. Chenille. Oh, that's just brilliant. That is the shot of the day right there. James Vose coming towards the end. He's okay, he's out of position, but he can lob it over these trees and find the green. 16th is 355 yards long. Using the contours and his experience to get the ball to there. It's going to come out there a little bit fiery, but not bad. And under par, James Vose. So he's towards the end. Nice is towards the start. Played a good bunker shot, did Stuart. Still watching as it runs away down the slope. Yeah. Vose for an unlikely birdie then. 32 points so far. And that's what you got to do, folks. You want to get your handicap down, you've got to make sure you're nice and tidy around the greens. Or don't try and chip and putt a Killick. It's pretty tricky. Oh yes, all round good putt for Stuart Nice. 10 handicapper at 36 points is in a playoff spot. 35s are gone. So Chenille for the 2, a rare 2 at the 9th. Harry's watching. Oh, he's only watched it bash in the back. 36 points. Chenille Mukherjee. Very good day for the 6 handicapper. So James Vose, if he could knock this in, he'd be very strong. 32 points so far. This for 34 and the par at 16, which he gets. However, a blob at 17 meant he finished up with 36 points. Disappointing finish, but has a chance. So it's chip out time to see who makes it through to the playoff. Between 4 players, 3 spots available. Nice, Mukherjee, Vose, and Hindley, the 18 handicapper. Look at Hindley's attempt. Remarkable. That was him safely through. Unfortunately, it was Stuart Nice who just misses out, but he does make it through to the World Championship final in all. So all to play for. Confirmation that Studdart, Hindley, Mukherjee and Vose will play off at 36 points and better. Nice, Clayton, Dulcim, Jackson, Sewell and Thorne all safely qualified for the journey to Hull later on the season. Oh, it's all smiles, isn't it, when you've had a good day? Smugness on the Trilby Tour is to be applauded. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
William Hunt Savile Row, the perfect gentleman's playground in London, Manchester, Glasgow and Harrogate.
It's a beautiful afternoon and we will find out in 3 holes' time who is going to be the Trilby Tour Champion of Yorkshire. This is the playoff, 4 men good and true, but this year on the Trilby Tour, no strokes. Everybody plays off scratch, but it's only 3 holes long, so anybody can still win. Here's Willie with the panel.
Thanks, Rob. Boys, we've got the making of a very, very interesting final, haven't we? You've got Aaron Stuttard, we all know and love. We've got Shanil Mukherjee, who is an ex-pro, a member at your club.
Yep.
We've got James Vose, who doesn't know the killer. And Ian Hinley's become a bit of a firm favourite this year because he's put so much effort into it. But he's an 18 handicapper, Ian, so I think he might struggle a little bit. But we had 3 bogeys and a par on this hole earlier today. Vose, obviously, the one who got the par. How's this hole going to play now?
It's going to play completely different to earlier.
Yeah.
Wind's turned, so it's playing into your face.
Yeah.
You're going to need to have a decent long
completely
drive.
turned that wind, doesn't it?
Yep. It's got stronger into the face.
Yeah.
Nice drive, still going to have a fairly long iron into the green. And as we know from earlier, the green, you've got to bounce it short to get anywhere near the flag.
That green's a killer, isn't it? Because it just throw you through the back, can't it? What's going on in their heads right now?
They're nervous.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times you've played in this, you're still nervous.
Yeah, what about Killer Vose? Is he nervous?
Oh yeah, he's still nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, because he still wants to prove himself.
He wants it back, and he wants that title.
Oh, he
back,
does,
doesn't
definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
So what's the preparation? What have they got to do now? Tell us what they've got to do on this hole.
For me, it was always just concentrate on a good strike off the tee.
Yeah. Where are we putting it?
Down here, you need to hit it down sort of. I'd favour the left side.
Yeah.
But then you've got the road as well, so you don't need it too far left.
No. That can drag you that way as well, can't it?
It can. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot now, boys. Give us a winner.
Aaron Stuttard.
Shanil.
I want Aaron to win, but I think Vose, which means he won't. Back to you, Rob.
We know the rules, William. We know the rules. 4 handicapper, a 6 handicapper, a 6 handicapper, and Ian Hinley is the 18 handicapper. Could the outsider do it? 3 difficult holes, par 4s, and they're all strong. This is when the adrenaline really does get pumping. You hear your name called out, and there's only 3 guys that you've got to beat, and you're within touching distance of being the champion of Yorkshire. So much up for grabs.
And first to the tee, Aaron Stuttard.
I'm Aaron Stuttard. I'm 23. I play off 4, and I'm from Blooper Golf Club. Off the tee, my driving was perfect today. I never really got myself in trouble. And then around the greens, I managed to make a couple of putts, which obviously paid off. Course was tough. It was okay earlier because there wasn't much wind, but the greens were very fiery. So yeah, you had to know where you were landing the ball pretty much. It's been a while, but that would be the feeling. You can't really explain it. It'll just be amazing. Unfortunately, my dad isn't here today, but that'd be nice for him to see it on TV. If I do manage to obviously go all the way.
432 yards the first. Aaron's tee shot looks like this. It's a good swing, isn't it? A little bit of recoil in there as well. Breeze left to right. And this one riding the wind, but how far right will it go? And there might be tree trouble for that one. It might be okay.
Hi, Shanil Mukherjee. I'm 49. Golf club is Hull Golf Club, 6 handicap. Had a wonderful day. It's been an interesting day. Not really played that well, but managed to score it okay. It's been lovely having my lad on the bag. So father and son day, can't beat them. Greens were lovely. Nice bit of pace to them, just how I like them. A couple of devilish pin placements though. I mean, 1 or 2 definitely there to trip you up, but you had to shoot away from some of the flags sometimes just to leave yourself a longer putt, but it was uphill, so it made it easier. 1, 2 and 18, went bogey, par, so I'll be certainly looking to go a bit better than that, without a doubt.
So Shanil, pressure's on now. Son's watching. Harry, Dad, come on, Dad. That's a brave line. That needs to come back. Needs to work hard left to right. Please. We'll get relief from there.
James Vose, Wychwood Park, age 41, handicap 6. Drove the ball well today, and had a few good, crucial up and downs. Had a 3 off the tee on the back 9 short par 4, managed to walk off with a 5 with a good up and down, so I was like, take that, move on, next hole. Greens are rapid. It wouldn't surprise me if they were 10.5, 11, and they've got some very unfriendly pins out there today. But it's good. It's good. 1 a pod, 2 was a bogey, just a bit long high on my second shot. 18 was a bogey, just slightly off with my approach. Ended up in the sand. 2 putts, but play them again. It's a different ball game, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, he has the experience, James Vose, no doubt about that. Looks the part, doesn't he? Whoosh. On the breeze to the right. And a lot of hang time. That's a very similar area to Aaron Studdart.
Ian Hinley, 39 years old, on Busy Golf Course, and handicap 18. The driving was a bit hit and miss because sweaty palms, but chipping, putting, everything dropped today. First time this year, so I think I parred the first, I think I parred the second, and parred all of them actually, yeah, so yeah, happy days. Hopefully I can repeat that. Listen, I'm just happy to be here. It's a great experience, so what happens, happens.
Right, Ian Hindley, playing off scratch against those single-figure handicappers. Here we go. And that's the best we've seen. How about that? Fading it back right into the middle of the fairway. What a start. Ian Hindley. It's happened before. The high handicapper wins the playoff. And it might happen here in Yorkshire. Well, the rough and running and the crowd start to meander down that first hole. First of 3 difficult par 4s. So Mukherjee had a drop away from the sapling. One of many. They'll be terrific when they're all grown up. It won't take them too long. Fast growing. Using the slope at the front of the green. So just off the green in 2. Not bad. Not bad. Hindley after a lovely tee shot. Well, it's a little low, but it's coming back. It's starting to work its way down towards the putting surface. Just got too much steam on it. Ease up. Steady, steady. Through the back in 2. Yeah, it's gone long because you did thin it. But it's hard, the cameras are right behind you, really tight. Vose. He was wide enough of that tree down the right-hand side to have a pop at the green. Trying to bounce it in from short. That's what everybody does. And he got that wrong. So nobody has found the putting surface yet. One of the hardest greens to find in 2, and it's the opening hole of this playoff for the Championship of Yorkshire. Now Studdart, also clear of everything. Much higher second shot. Will it pitch and stop? Well, it pretty well did. That's the best of them. That should be up and downable for Aaron Studdart. You always concentrate on your own game, but you do keep an eye on what the others are doing. Vose. See if he can chip and putt. Lob shot up in the air. Land it softly. It doesn't. It runs. And it's a missed green, and it's settled down into the roots of the grass. That's not going to be an easy chip shot for his 4. And things can disappear from your grasp very quickly in the playoff. Hindley from the back of the green. You could see what he was trying to do. Had to lift that maybe another couple of yards. It would have bounced on. So he's not putting. Mukherjee from the fringe. Back foot, little stab with a bit of loft and get it to chase forward. Oh, he's done this before. He's done this before. That's excellent. And a par 4 for the 6 handicapper at the first playoff hole. Has him in a great spot. Level par. 2 to go. And nobody can better him. Who can equal him? Aaron Studdart. He's not going to knock this in for a birdie 3. Surely not. Correct, Rob. Spot on. Be lucky to make a 4. Perhaps he should have chipped that one. Hindley putting. Likes to putt from a long way off the green. But you see, he's used to doing that. That's how he sees it. Not a bad 5 in the end for Ian Hindley. 1 over par, 1 back. That's the most he'll beat, so he's in touch. James Vose chipping for par. That in a playoff in the Trilby Tour is not good. And that's raced past the cup. This is quickly turning into a double bogey 6. From relatively nowhere, James Vose, the experienced man, the Hall of Famer, a Trilby Tour god, has thrown it all away at the very first hole. It's hard to come back from there. Double bogey 6 for James Vose. That is a surprise. So was the third shot of Aaron Studdart. Par attempt. And that's missed. A lot of swing on that, but it's a bogey and a mistake for Aaron. So he's dropped a shot. Chenille's the man that's out in front.
This hole is a nasty hole.
This hole, yeah, 280 yards to run out to water. You need to drive about 230, 240 for a mid-iron into the green. Again, green slopes away from your bunker left.
What does that mean exactly when you're playing it?
It's tricky. Today I hit a 3-iron and probably just left myself just the right yardage in, really. You still want a decent club because you want to be able to control the spin.
What do you want to be playing in on the second shot? This?
At least a wedge.
Okay.
Yeah, you at least want a wedge in there.
Well, let's see what happens, boys.
So you need to be straight off the tee and not too long. That looked like a 3-wood for the leader, Mukherjee. Oh yeah, lovely. Lovely shot. Laying the hammer down to the other 3. They're all playing catch-up. James Vose, remember, double bogey at the first playoff hole. Stud up with an iron. Sounded good. See, that's gone a long way. Long way for a 9. Henley with the driver. Oh, that's rough. The 18 handicap, a low left ducker at just the wrong time. So that's trouble. And also playing for position, James Vose. He's the man under pressure. He's got to make something happen because he's behind the 8 ball. 2 shots behind the leader with 2 holes to go. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine with that is. So Mukherjee, Vose and Studdart in really good shape. Not so much Ian Hinley. This is where his tee shot finished up. Look at this. Be lucky to get this out. Yeah, he got it out. It's sort of okay. That's real hay down the left-hand side of 2. Shot number 3 with a wood from the rough. Water to carry. Carry, get over. Well, he's done well. He's avoided the water and he's played 3. Might get away with a bogey 5 maybe. All cause from the tee shot. Vose, left-hand side of the fairway, just off it. What about his second? Trying to force it, trying to make... Oh, and this is so good. Look at this. James Vose. Played the first hole like a 28 handicapper. He's played the second hole like a pro. That's unfortunate, but that shows you, gives you an idea how slopey these greens are. Great shot. And his own way of cleaning the club face as well. That's nice. Mukherjee. The old-fashioned methods are the best. I always say that. Mukherjee's approach from right to left. Come on, hook. Dad. What are you doing, Dad? Stuffed it right, and now it's going to run away from him towards that pin. Studdart all the way down to the water hazard with the tee shot. That was a long hit with an iron. This is more on 9 for the flag. Aggressive. Straight at it. But if you're going to miss, that's where you want to be. You want to be past the pin, coming back up to it. It's a good lead for Aaron Studdart. All about the short game. Henley. Hoping to use the ground to make this one curl in. Just overhit. It's a bit ragged, this second hole. A man from Droitwich Spa. Mukherjee. Chipping again. How's he done this time? It's fast. It's very fast. And that is very good. Oh, what a touch. 2 holes in a row. Sterling. Short game skills from Chenille. Level par. He keeps the lead. This really does have to go in. Henley to get to +2. Using that doughty putter from the second cut of fairway or the start of the rough. It's a cheeky flag, it really is, where that's been cut, that hole. This is chip inable for Studdart. He's got his feet together, back of the stance, and duffed it. Beautiful build-up and caught the grass first. So Aaron not producing his best in the playoff. James Vose, second shot deserved better than this. This is a tough putt now. Huge swing at the end from right to left. Oh, he's rattled it. Oh, he's rattled it in. Oh, look at the finger, the Tiger Woods finger. Do you see that? He's back to +1. Back in it. Game face. Trilby Tours, no place for wimps. Studdart. Yeah, well done in the end. It was a good save. He'll be going down the last hole in second place. Tied second with James Vose at +1. And for Ian Hindley, he's just sliding out of contention. But, you know, he got through to the last 4. You can always take that with you. Maybe come back next time and get it done. +3. 1 hole to go.
That is James Killer Vose, isn't it? I heard him say on the green on the tee there, said, "Cheeky little birdie will get me back in this." That wasn't a cheeky birdie, was it? That was a killer Vose birdie. So he's back in it, really. Aaron needed that putt, didn't he? Although he's out, and Chanel's still in the lead.
Yeah, it's Chanel. What a chip!
What a chip!
Unbelievable. But yeah, Vose does what Vose does best.
And what's happened to Ian? I mean, the pressure's just got, hasn't it?
Yeah. You've got to feel sorry.
He's a
for
tourist
Ian,
now.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good going down this last hole.
Right, this last hole is not easy, as we've seen time and time again.
Not easy, and the wind's changed again. It looks like it's into the face now.
Yeah.
Good drive. Still going to have a long iron into the green, and the pin today is it's cute, just at the top of the brow of the hill.
It's
wide open.
This fairway's wide open, but we still see problems, don't we?
Yeah, out of bounds
Every
left,
year.
ditch up the right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need a straight drive to make the next bit a bit easier.
What's in the mind now? You've been here last hole.
Yeah,
Chanel's
again,
just got to take a bit of par here. I'll do it, surely.
Yeah, you should do, but when you're playing against Vose and Studdart, there's always a birdie in there. You can't
shake him off, can you?
No.
And that pin placement, thank you for that. No one's thanking you for that.
It's a corker.
Yeah.
It's a corker.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, signs the breeze was just kicking up there. 18th tee. And Mukherjee down the right with a bit of draw this time. Has he found the fairway? Keep turning. Turn hard. Run hard. Go hard. That is splendid. James Vose. Birdie machine. 1 consecutive birdie. Now this needs to get down quick. It's heading right. Will it be on the fairway? Oh, it's magnificent. Well, they're side by side. Beat that, Aaron Studdart, if you dare. Shot. Never has a panel of 28 handicappers got it so right. That is miles down. 3 brilliant tee shots. Come on, Ian. Steady. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Some way back behind the 3 tee shots that we saw, but this is going all the way down to the wire. It normally does. 1 shot separates 3 players in the playoff. Hindley having a crack at the green. Now a bit of chase and run. The line's pretty good. Come on. Oh, it's working hard, trying hard. A bit more grovel, scrape, crawl. Just short in 2. Look at the pin. Right above that little ridge. Hard position to find. James Vose.
Get up.
Talking to it. It's always a good sign. And he's putting. You never know. When you've got the putter in your hand, you could do something remarkable. He'll have a putt to get back to level, James Vose. Just needed a bit more. Half a club, that's all. Mukherjee, his second. Harry can hardly watch. I got you this far, Dad. Don't muck it up now.
Nice.
Oh, shots. Oh, it's the Hogan family. Look at them. Unbelievable. 2 great shots. Chanel. He can taste victory, he can smell it, he can see the trophy, he can feel it in his fingers. Only one man that can make a mess of that, and that's Aaron Studdart.
Be good. Be good.
Oh, not the old shout of be good. Surely not.
6.
Optician. Trip to the optician required to be good. Hole high, that's important, but you want to be online. Hindley for a surprise birdie. Trying to run it up to that top deck. Nearly. Commendable effort from the 18 handicapper. James Vose probably has to knock this in. Leaving the flag in, look. It just goes up the slope there as he hit it. Oh, he hasn't. Of all the things James Killer Vose wasn't going to do, and that was leave that short. Stuttart. Give it a run. Give it a go. He has done. Far too much of a go. Maybe slightly fooled by the pace of the Vose putt. So he's played 3. Hindley. And a decent bogey 5 up, a tricky final hole for Ian Hindley. It won't be him this year. But you keep improving, you come back to the Trilby Tour, and eventually you can become a champion. Vose must make putt for the 4 to be +1. Oh, it's just trickled by. And they're under pressure. Put under pressure by the brilliant Sunil Mukherjee, who has this putt for the win and the championship to birdie the last in style. Harry about to sprint onto the pitch. No, that's just the one he didn't want to hit. That's the Alex Ferguson squeaky bum time for that one, I'm afraid. And he's holed it. Well, he's asked the question. Tremendous second putt from Aaron Studdart. And it means quite simply Sunil Mukherjee has this for the Championship of Yorkshire, a Trilby Tour champion in the making. Can he do it back and through? Yes, it's in. Where's Harry? Harry, start running quickly. Look what your dad's done. Oh, the glory. The glory wasn't within grasp. He turns up to a Trilby Tour, cajoled into doing it by his son, and all of a sudden, a few hours later, he is the Trilby Tour champion of Yorkshire. Amazing scenes here on top of the Yorkshire Wolds. Oh, father and son in perfect unison. Life just doesn't get better than this.
I only came to the Trilby Tour really through Harry. I promised I'd do my best to win it for him. So this is for Harry. This is for him.
Hey.
Lovely man, great player, very popular. Talked to Ben about him, says he's a great player at Hull and everyone loves him. So, and the fact that his son got him into it and entered him, I think, and he won it for his son. So beautiful stuff. That's what the Trilby Tour's all about. Families, old guys coming back, Vose back again, and to beat Killer Vose is some achievements.
As we didn't see much good golf played at the 15th hole during the show, we thought we'd award Shot of the Day to Tony Quinlan for this rather marvellous tee shot. Glorious. But now time for some far, far worse play in Rogues Gallery, starting on the very same hole we've just seen played so well. Here, Robert Gomersall treats us to a morsel from the file named When Rogues Go Right, as his awful tee shot somehow conspires to transform itself into a difficult but distinct birdie opportunity. Back up the course on 5, James Webber attempts a similar trick with his approach to the green, and also contrives an end result entirely incommensurate with the level of skill exhibited. Is there no justice? And we stay on the 5th, this time for a quick piece of nonsense from James Penny. Now we move to the 3rd for a short compass reading lesson. First, Tim Long demonstrates with overmuch enthusiasm how to find true north. After which Max Cosgrove shows us how to send a ball north and then divert it directly west. Before Paul Cook displays the more subtle yet complex due north, followed by north-northwest, and straight at the cameraman. Most enjoyable, however, is this keynote demonstration by Sean Roberts. He begins by sending his tee shot sort of northeastish. He then follows up with a simple shot to the west, before returning to established favourite northeast, and finishes with another much shorter northeast dribble before he takes his ball home. Andrew Corson stuck in saplings. Andrew Corson stuck in bunker. Compare and contrast, please. We return to the 15th for this enjoyably direct, errant tee shot from Kevin Blanchard. And this rather more nuanced shot from David Hill, which manages the rarely seen feat of going confidently in the right direction until the unbending power of gravity delivers it further from the hole than where it started. We simply could not leave Kilnwick Percy without showing someone going into the pond at 17. Our sacrificial victim on this occasion is the marvellously named Eric Sologub, which coincidentally is exactly the sound his ball made as it sank. And to show there's more than one way to get wet on the same hole, here's Anthony Hodgson, briefly relieved to have successfully exited the trees, only to find himself subsequently entering the water. And we end with a few attempts to smash the windows of the chalets by the 9th fairway. First up, Kevin Allen completely fails to reach the chalets and in fact only just goes out of bounds. Kevin Perro does go out of bounds over the hedge but falls well short of actually hitting anything solid. Richard Liddell's effort is, well, hardly worth a mention. Before finally, Rogues regular Philip Burmer goes further than anyone else by actually reaching the chalets, although even his ball didn't hit a window, eventually settling in the hot tub. We've now arrived at the business end of the Trilby season, with just 2 more regional championships remaining for Trilby Tourians to prove their worth before we all head to Hull for the International Grand Final. Next week, the tour returns to Oxfordshire and the rarefied surroundings of the Springs Golf Club to determine who will become champion of the county. In the meantime, if you'd like to be a future host of the Trilby Tour, please contact us via the website at www.trilbytour.com. We'll see you next week. William Hunt Savile Row, the perfect gentleman's playground in London, Manchester, Glasgow and Harrogate.